Hello, everybody. I'm Brady, and I've got a new game for you today that I'm going to do a Let's Play on. The game is called, well, it's not necessarily a game per se. This is a text-based story that basically unfolds differently depending on your choices, which is also the name of the game. So, there are, as you can see, three stories here, I guess. I'm not quite sure what these are, but there's "And the sun went out, and their souls were eaten, and their heroes were lost." And I've heard that these are incredibly long too, so I'm probably not going to do all of it in one part. So I will start "And the sun went out" in this one and see how it is and go from there. Alright? So let's get started. And it's looking for updates. Okay, shouldn't have been any, so that's good. Now, I get it. Thank you for you that are, or you that, who have made these. Do I tap that? Okay. I am 13 years old or older. I will say that I am older than 13. Okay. Choices is an interactive fiction app that updates once per week, supported by in-app purchases and or video ads. The first part of the story is free. This is just the beginning and we plan on... Okay. So, this is what we've got so far. There is no death in your future, but that does not mean your decisions are without risk. Okay. Choices. Day 95, and the orange ball of gas that sustained life on this planet for billions of years was still burning in the sky. The scientists were completely wrong, thankfully. Okay. Something vibrated on my wrist. I raised my hand and studied the watch-like device. It was Modicon, or simply Modi, as I called them. Hello, teacher. The temperature this afternoon is a crisp 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I do hope you're wearing your warm jacket. Don't forget that you also need to pick up the travel documents from Miss Montague. She's expecting you at her home. Okay. Stepping out of the train car, I adjusted my coat. Modi was right. I should have worn the one with the wool lining. Too late to worry about that now. Wow, this seems pretty sci-fi so far. Dolores Montague's house wasn't too far away from the train station. As my boots crunched through the snow, I felt Modi vibrating on my wrist. As ever, Modi's cheerful face greeted me. You have just received a message from Professor Soul. He is insisting you see his latest breakthrough right away. So, I think the whole thing with Dolores can wait. I need to see what this is. This seems important. So I'm going to visit Professor Soul. Dolores could wait. Even if Soul's matter wasn't urgent, he had become unhinged since the incident. The incident? Okay. We'll swing by the professor's place first, Modi. Send a message to Dolores to let her know that I might be a little late. Okay, would you like to review the message I composed? Yeah, might as well, I guess. Dolores, I'll be slightly delayed, unfortunately. Is this message adequate? It's pitch perfect, Modi. I knew you could do it. Thank you, teacher. I have sent the message. Before I knew it, I was trudging through the bitter snow on the professor's front lawn. There was a dull, muffled noise coming from inside the house. I pushed the buzzer next to the front door and waited. Yes, a voice said through the intercom. It sounded a little strange. More than the usual, anyway. It's me, Professor. I'm in the basement. There was relief in his voice. Click. That was the sound of the door unlocking. Taking that as an invitation, I opened the door and let myself in. I noticed a large suitcase sitting by the front door. From its bulging sides, I had the impression it was overpacked. Was Soul going somewhere? He hadn't said anything about a trip. I don't see the need to examine that suitcase. It's not really much of my business, so I'm just gonna go to the basement. I opened the door to the basement and gingerly felt my way down the wooden stairs. It was as black as pitch down there, and I could barely see in front of my face. That was a weird way of wording that. Suddenly, I was hit in the face by the light switch cord. As I fumbled to grip it, a voice rasped in my ear. No, it must remain dark. Jumping from the shock of the hot breath on my ear, I let go of the cord. I'm sure this is a professor. I'm not gonna ask that. So why can't I turn the lights on? Don't ask foolish questions. Come here. A dim glow appeared, highlighting a disabled, unshaven face. His reddened eyes bored into mine as he beckoned me over with a bony finger. That's, strange. I hesitated, remembering what happened last time. This seems a little weird. I'm gonna change the... No. Stay right where I am. Thanks, Professor. There was no telling what could happen this time. I was certainly not going to be an unwitting subject of another experiment. Granted, his experiments were usually harmless, but that wasn't the point. Undeterred, Soul stepped in my... Now, Professor, I can hear you just fine from here. Picking up a piece of paper with a symbol scrawled on it, he thrust it in my direction. What is that symbol? Stop this foolishness and look. It's crucial. Why did you call me for this? Call you? I didn't call you. Are you sure? Something about the sun? Soul paused for a moment and looked at me, excited. Yes, the sun. It all comes back to the sun. People have a right to. A glint caught my eye from the top of the stairs, and I instinctively stepped back. Bang. Soul cried out, then slumped to the floor. Oh, God. Professor, I leaped to his side and fluttered my hands over his chest, desperate to stop the bleeding, but not wanting to hurt my friend. Hands shaking, I glanced back at the top of the stairs and spotted a shadowy figure running off. A gurgling sound made me turn my head back to Soul. He looked like he was trying to tell me something. I don't think the bleeding's gonna stop. That sounded like a gunshot. I don't really have anything to stop the bleeding, it sounds like, so I'd better hear what he's trying to say. This could be important. I was never much good at anatomy in high school, but I knew what the chances were that he'd survive. I tilted my head and lowered my ear as close as possible to the professor's mouth, my heart thundering. Nothing. He was still. Soul? Teacher, the professor has passed. Damn it. Silently cursing, I was about to pull my trembling hands away from his chest when I felt something under the professor's lab coat. Steadying my hand, I reached in and pulled it out of his pocket. It was a card sleeve containing a printed bus ticket emblazoned with the red and white coyote logo of the long-distance bus company. Itinerary scanned and stored. Travel destination, Flying Falls. Okay. A single thought broke through my shock. The murderer was getting away. Not having any time to think, I pushed the ticket into my pocket, ran over to Soul's working desk, and pulled open the top drawer, knowing what I'd find inside. The professor's revolver. It was a small gun at 8 inches in length, and it was made of sturdy stainless steel. I glanced over at Soul's lifeless body one last time. I'm sorry, Professor, I whispered. I snatched up the revolver and leaped up the stairs. The murderer couldn't have gone very far. Not with the adrenaline pumping through my veins. I could see the door swinging wide open from the attacker's intrusion. Okay, I should probably be careful about this, I'm thinking. So slowly and carefully approach it. Raising the gun, I kept my form low and moved slowly towards the front door, ensuring I always had the option to duck behind something solid. Once I was next to the door, I pressed my back against the wall and carefully pushed the door open wider. I leaned out a little and scanned through the opening. No one was outside. Releasing my held breath, I quickly stepped through the door into the bitter cold of the street, hoping that I hadn't lost the trail. Teacher, there are fresh footprints leading to the left. Thanks, Modi, I said, and followed the trail, my boots sinking in the snow with each heavy step. Desperately, I scanned the street for anyone suspicious. The street was completely bare. It looked like my luck had run out when suddenly... There, someone was getting onto a bus. That could be them. But before I could go after them, I noticed someone else slipping into a nearby alley. One or the other, couldn't be both of them. Oh, God, dang it. The ticket had to do with the professor, but I don't think this person would be getting on the bus for any reason after that. So, I bet they went down the alley. The shadowy figure disappeared down the alley and crunched through the fallen snow in hot pursuit. Skidding around the corner, my feet pounded the concrete. There, the tall person wearing an overcoat and a hat was running down the alley. They were too far away. I had to get their attention or they'd escape. I guess I should threaten them. Yeah, stop or I'll shoot. It didn't work, not even a little. The person continued running at a surprising speed over the snow. Cursing under my breath, I pointed the revolver at the figure, my hand shaking. Might as well. I steadied my hand. Bang. I couldn't tell if the shot hit my mark, but the figure jumped into another alley. So probably not. I lowered the gun and continued my pursuit on foot. I followed them into the alley and saw that the person had stopped in their tracks. They stared at me and I couldn't help but gasp. Most of the face was hidden by their scarf, but I could see their eyes staring into my own. They glinted gold in the light, unsettling me. The person gave a muffled chuckle. Then they turned and ran, scrambling over the fence. Hey, stop! Realizing I was losing my one lead, I continued to chase after them, only to stop at the fence. That's a waste. That seems like a waste of a bullet. I'm just gonna climb. I braced myself, then took a running leap at the fence. I'd made a good start. I began to easily climb the wire when I misplaced a foot in the slick diamond mesh. There was too much ice. I barely managed to keep my balance as I hugged the fence. God. I've wasted too much time. I gotta keep climbing, though. After taking a deep breath, I continued pulling myself up the fence with both my arms, trying to keep as much weight off my feet as possible. The ice had made the wire footholds unreliable. When I finally reached the top, I swung one leg over, but before I could swing my other leg over, I slipped again. Only this time, my hand slipped, and I fell helplessly over the other side of the fence. The last thing I remembered was the snow-covered concrete rushing towards my face. I opened my eyes and stared up at the cloudy sky. I was on my back with snow in my clothes and hair. Teacher? Teacher, are you okay? I'm fine, Modi, I said before wincing from the pain at the side of my head. I touched it and looked at my fingers. Flakes of dried blood. My head was bleeding, but no longer. How long was I out? Only 5 minutes, teacher. Please, you must go to the hospital. You might have a concussion. I don't think we have time for that. 5 minutes is more than enough time for the murderer to disappear. Feeling like I was missing something, I searched my surroundings. Then it hit me. Professor Soul's revolver. It was missing. Golden Eyes must have taken it. Then I felt my phone vibrating in my pocket. Nothing I can do about the revolver now. Modi, who's calling? It's Miss Montague. This is her 5th call. My God. 5 calls in the past 5 minutes? Put her through, Modi. Actually, she's been calling for 10 minutes since during your pursuit. I'll put her through now, teacher. I heard the call connect. Dolores? I'm pretty sure I know why she's calling, so I'll just say is everything okay? What? Of course not, Dolores answered, sounding bewildered. How long are you planning to make me wait? I winced this time, not from physical pain. Sorry, I'll be there as soon as I can. Just hurry up. She hung the phone before I could say anything else. I would have told her about Soul's murder otherwise. It suddenly occurred to me that all of Soul's research, which I needed, was still in the professor's basement. On the other hand, I had made Dolores wait long enough, and I really needed the itinerary from her. Teacher, what shall we do? That's a good question. Well, I think that this is as good a place to stop as any, though, for the first part here. We, just witnessed a murder and the murderer got away. So, I thought this was pretty entertaining for being completely text-based. I don't know how much you guys liked just listening to me read, but let me know if you enjoyed this, and I might keep going with this one then. I don't think I'm gonna do the other ones until I complete this one. Like, I'm gonna try and get an ending, and then move on to the next one, so... Oh, well, unless anybody out there knows this game and would recommend one of the other two as being, like, better or something. But... anyways, this is as good a place to stop as any. We'll make this decision next time. So, with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye!